Hello, and welcome. It's Visionary Marketing, Leon Street here. And we're about to kick off with another great topic for you coaches and experts who want to grow your business and you're using social media. And today's topic it's a topic that I guess, a lot of business owners are challenged by. And the challenge in the sense of there's almost an expectation of what you need to do to market your business on social media. And a lot of the times it comes down to what content are you putting out, what content are you publishing. So in this video, I believe I'm going to be able to help you guys go to that next level with what you need to do to plan and prepare the kind of content that generates you clients and leads consistently for 30 days. So today I'm talking about how to plan 30 days of lead gen social media content. Now, I was delivering one of my group coaching calls today to my Vortex Accelerator group. So it's an 8-week program that I run to help coaches and experts, people who sell their information online, to grow their business. And one of the sneak peeks I want to give you is how to map out for the next 30 days and what you need to do, what you need to be aware of, and the difference between what you see a lot of business owners do, which is posting on social media, updates, blogs, articles, and those people not really generating leads. Because at the end of the day, look, you want to come across social, but you're on social media, especially if you're a coach, an expert, business owner, because you want to generate leads, right? Yes, you want to be social, but at the same time, you want to be able to pick up those leads, those people who need your help, need your services, and continue to grow your business. So I'm going to be talking about that in the next 20 minutes or so. If you got any comments, remember, drop your comments or questions below this video. Just want to shout everybody out watching right now on YouTube and Facebook. And as always, guys, please make sure that you jump on over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Simply go to leonstreet.com/YouTube and you'll be redirected to the YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Leon Street with an E on the end of street, and you should be able to find the channel. Hit subscribe and click on the notification bell to be notified of all the upcoming videos, content, and there's lots of great stuff on there already, guys. So what am I talking about? As I said, I'm talking about how to plan and create 30 days worth of content. Now, I guess I've got a few disclaimers and things that I want to raise before I get into the exact things that you need to do. And I guess with everything, there's always different ways. As I said, there's always 101 different ways to skin a cat, or more than one way to skin a cat type of thing. And obviously, it's probably not the best expression, but it's one of those expressions that explains what I'm talking about. But let's get into it. First of all, social. If you're going to plan 30 days of social media content, then obviously the whole point of social, is to be a human being, is to be somebody who can hold a conversation, is to be somebody who can be entertaining, educating, somebody who can connect with their audience and just be themselves, right? Not have to follow a cookie cutter template that doesn't really have your personality and doesn't have that essence, the energy of who you are in the message. And a lot of the times that's I guess the challenge for a lot of people, especially if they're not used to marketing their business. And so for me, the one thing I just want you to bear in mind as we get into this is it's important that you understand that it is your duty to be social on social media, because the less social you are, the less entertaining, educating, I guess the less engaging as well, and the less that you think about and consider your audience, the less that social media actually tends to work for you. And then what happens is you become, I've seen this many times, and I've done this myself in the past, where you become kind of a lurker. You comment on other people's stuff, but you never create your own stuff. So you're not like a full-blown lurker where you don't actually engage, but you're a comment lurker, meaning that you're waiting for other people's content, and then you comment on theirs because those people entertain you. Those people, excite you, yeah. And you'll know whether or not you've been one of those people, or if you're still one of those, or if actually you understand what I'm talking about and you've changed, or you're looking to change. Yeah, that's another thing. Maybe you don't want to change. Maybe you just want to keep commenting on other people's stuff. But anyway, let's assume you want to grow your business. And so I'm going to give you, I guess, the kind of insides behind what I teach my clients and what you can do to continue to map out and grow your business by creating a content plan. And this is the key thing with a lot of people, where they don't really get into plan, or they get the wrong end of the stick when it comes to, well, what the heck is a marketing plan? I'm just talking about 30 days of content. And, if you want to be able to, turn up consistently, generate results, this is for you. So let's get into it. First of all, like, I'm guessing most of the time you want your content to generate outcomes like this. I've just put a few screenshots on this on the screen right now, so you should be seeing, for those of you watching live and watching back on the replay. For those of you listening back on the podcast, I've got a number of screenshots from people who jumped into my DMs, Messenger, sending me messages. And what I can tell you is that all of these messages where people want to find out more about my programs, they want to book in for strategy calls, to have a chat with me about helping them to grow their business, all came off the back of my content. And what I love, quite a lot actually, is that my content generates leads. It doesn't always generate engagement. Yeah. And this is one thing to bear in mind, is that not all my customers engage with me publicly, i.e. left a comment, liked my stuff. I get a lot of people who just go straight to DM, and that's okay. People like to be private. I don't mind people being private, but I'm just sharing this part with you so you understand. So how do we make this possible? How do we get to the point where people are looking at my content and then wanting to act on it? And I guess this is probably the key thing that I see a lot of people, they're looking for in their business, but yet it doesn't always work out that way for them. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to share on screen a content plan that I use. So let's stop sharing that screen, and then I'm going to come to another screen. And if you guys are watching this back on the replay as well, just let me know what's the best part of this content plan, or what do you think you can implement or put into practice. So let me find the next screen that I want to share with you. So just about to go into this. And right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a print screen of what I want to share with you, because Google Chrome doesn't want to play ball and let me share screens. And obviously that's for all of you watching right now. So let me get what I want to share with you, and then we can get stuck into this. There, got it. So let me just crop this down, and then let's get into this content plan. So this is live, I guess, document publishing on the fly, guys. So bear with me. Here we are. Done. So let me get out of that and let me get back to what I wanted to share with you now. So let's go here, and PowerPoint should at least play ball for me. So there we are. So share screens, and in the next 2 seconds, you should be able to see my screen. Right. So 1 second. Okay, right. So technical errors. So what have we got here? Share screens. Okay, so it's saying I need to refresh my page, guys. I'm gonna be back. I am back. Right, so let's see if this screen share is actually going to work now, because this is the whole point of what I wanted to share with you guys. So there we are. Slideshow done. We're in, guys. We're in. So as I said, this video is all about how to plan 30 days of content. Well, what's the point of it? It's to generate leads, guys. Very simple. So I'm going to dive into the screen share, and what you can see on the screen right now is an example of how I plan my content. And the way that I plan my content is very simple. I break my weeks up in each month into 4 weeks, obviously, just to make it very simple. And then what I do from there is I take each day and I give each day a theme. So whether it's about connection, character, consulting, or conversation. Yeah. So if you're looking on the screen right now, you should be seeing this grid table. I'm just going to go full screen for the moment, and then I'll be back in a moment. And what you can see from the top left, if you're looking right now, is an example of a 30-day calendar. Obviously, it's excluding Saturdays and Sundays. But the whole point of what you can see on the grid right now, and I'll come back on the screen just for a second with the video, is you're seeing 5 days of content mapped out. You're seeing each week. So we got 4 weeks in a month, and those 5 days are all themed. And the whole point of that is within those themes, I can create content that takes my audience on different journeys in terms of how they interact and what they get from me. And so when we go back to this and we look at this, we can see that actually on Mondays, I'm focused on creating connection, Tuesday's character, Wednesday consult, Thursday conversation, and Friday creation. And then each one of those blocks within the table, those spaces, you can see that actually they all have different themes as well. So if we zoomed in a little bit more, you can actually see, you know, in week 1 connection, you can see it's all about discussion. Week 1 character, it's all about origin. So I'm sharing my story, and there's different things going on here. Now, you know, I promised, well, I guess part of the promise of what I've shared with you in the headline and the hook for this live video is that how do you create lead generating content? Now, I'm gonna come back on screen, and then I'm gonna come back to this table because I really want you to understand the difference. There's a lot of people out there, you'll see experts, coaches, business owners, and they'll be sharing different things like quotes. They'll be sharing things like memes, just random pictures, maybe things to do with the news. You know, it could be like on topic. It could be things to do with politics, whatever it is, right? But what I want to kind of share there, and I guess just a mini rant, is that that stuff isn't going to generate you clients. And you also have to be very clear on, you know, bringing your own personality to content is great, but also being clear that actually does your personality and what you want to publish actually attract the kind of clients you want to work with? Because look, as an example, whilst I'm very much into basketball, I love watching NBA. Yeah. I know if I was constantly posting on my profile about basketball and, you know, different moves, different dunks, replays, and all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't be really publishing content that is going to attract my target audience. And so the point that I want to get to is that when you see all these experts and coaches and people out there posting these, you know, pretty comments, these lovely pictures and things that are just not on topic for the kind of client that they're trying to attract in, there's no reason, it's, you know, it's no wonder why it's not working. And I think this is the point that I want to get you to, is that the table that I'm sharing on screen with you, when you start looking at it, I'm actually mapping out and preparing content that allows me to be social, create connection, show people my character, show people the opportunity for me to consult for them for free, show people how to get into conversation, and then also about the things that I create. So creation, which is Fridays. And I do this on repeat. So you can see Monday to Friday, weeks 1 to 4 every month. And the cool thing about this is what I'm doing is building up consistency. I'm also building up regular ways for me to be social and not to be kind of like a one-trick pony. So when you look at this table, what you start to see is actually there's a lot of different strings to Leon's bow, meaning that there's a lot of different things I can engage people on. There's a lot of different topics I can trigger people with in terms of what interests them. And this is the key to you generating leads. It's being able to understand how do you engage your audience instead of just, you know, constantly posting memes about, you know, particular things and say like you're the meme king or queen, or I don't know, specific pieces of content. But your content will be linear, meaning that it will only go in one direction. And what you want is to be able to demonstrate your full personality in a way that gets people to see who you are, want to engage with you, want to find out more. People who appeal and like your personality, people who they just love what you're about, what you represent, and the things that you do. Like that's what your content should do for people. It's almost like as if you were in person and speaking to a friend, and the friend kind of knew all these different things about you that were interesting for them, and, you know, allowed you simply to have conversation. And that's what you want to do with your content. But what's the biggest thing about creating 30 days of content, but actually creating 30 days of lead generating social media content? Well, the key thing, guys, is you need to be able to create content that gets people to raise their hand, i.e., the content you publish should get people to say, you know what, Leon, can you tell me more? Can you tell me how I can take that content and then turn that content into leads, turn that content into DMs, into messenger chats, and then move those people into booked calls? Yeah. So what you're looking for when you're creating your content is ways to create calls to action to get people to actually want to find out more from you about how you can help them fix their problem. And think about it. Imagine if you published this amount of content, yeah, consistently each month. So each quarter, you almost end up with 3 months worth of planned content. You know the topics pre-planned about what you're really going to be, focusing on as you publish it on your different social media profiles. And what you can see here right now on the screen, this is my content plan for March, basically what you're looking at right now. And this is how I prepare. And the cool thing about this, and what I want to share with you, is that once I prepare the content, I actually pass it over to my VM, my social media team. Like I get them to publish it for me. So, if you're worried about getting bogged down by creating so much content and, what can you do? I can tell you this, like literally after an hour of creating 1 month's worth of content, I can pass it to my team to publish. And my graphic designer will create graphics for me where I need to promote either podcasts, hand-raising social media content. And when I say hand-raising social media content that gets me leads, gets people to say, Leon, can you tell me more? How I can take my business to $15,000 a month, how I can go from, like I got one client last month in February, he literally went from £1,500 a month income to generating 18,000 in sales, plus attracted a £10,000 sponsor for his business, 28K in 1 month. A person who never sold more than £3,000 a month. That's the equivalent of like $4,000 he was doing, and then all the way up to 28,000. Like, I can tell you this, it blew his mind. And you want me to tell you how that all started? By the content plan that I'm showing you right now. And what's the cool thing about this? Whilst I'm showing you, Monday to Friday, obviously you can post on Saturdays and Sundays. But the one thing I will tell you is you don't need to post every day for you to generate the kind of leads that will take your business to 6 or multi-6 figures. It is all about knowing how to get people to say, I'm interested. It's knowing how to get people excited for what you publish. It's knowing how to connect to the problems that your audience have, and even in your basic social media posts, that they see that you are the person to actually help them. So what I want to kind of conclude on here, guys, is it is about consistency, but the massive thing here about lead generating content is creating content that gets people to see that you're a real human being. There's the common phrase where people say people buy from people. That's true. But people buy from the people they can immediately build rapport with. They can immediately see that you can solve their problem, and they can see that you're just real. That's it. Yeah, you're real, you're authentic, and you put out stuff. You may make mistakes. You may publish stuff that people don't particularly like all the time. But once you trigger them with the key thing that gets them to raise their hand, you're in. And that's what you're looking for with your marketing. So don't, just post senseless quotes, memes, sports things, news, all these different things. That's okay once in a while, but I'm telling you, your social media is like your real estate. It's your property. It's the space for you to build your platform, your message, so that more people actually want to engage with you and do business with you. And if you're stuck and you don't know where to turn, then reach out to me. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, guys. I help business owners regularly do this stuff. So if you like the exact steps of how my clients create more sales through social media, just comment Vortex below this video, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, and I'll send you details about what you can do to go to that next level. So that's it for today, guys. 30 days of social media content. If you've enjoyed the content and you've enjoyed today's video, remember, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just hop on over to leonstreet.com/YouTube and you'll be redirected to my YouTube channel. Otherwise, just go to YouTube, search for Leon Street, and you'll see the channel, hit subscribe. And I don't even know how many videos. There's over 100 videos on the channel right now, probably getting close to about 150. Lots of great content from marketing, sales, business growth, mindset, and all the things you need to be a successful coach or expert selling your services and programs online. So until Sunday morning, guys, where we deep dive into more of the mindset, more of the challenges of being a business owner, and focusing on how you can get past those things. I just want to say thanks for watching. Shout out to everybody listening back on the podcast as well. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are right now. Take care. Bye-bye.